This is Max and Mia podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Max and Mia podcast.
Hi there. We're so excited to have you here with us today.
That's right. Thanks for watching us on YouTube today.
Before we jump into today's topic, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
And if you enjoy what we're talking about today, give us a thumbs up. It really helps us out.
Absolutely. Your support means the world to us. So, are you ready to dive in, Max?
I'm ready. Let's get started.
Today, we're going to cover several topics to help you learn English in a fun way. But first, we want to address something we've noticed in your comments.
That's right. Many of you mentioned that you can understand English pretty well, but when it comes to speaking, you freeze up and don't know what to say.
So, we've prepared a special activity to help with that. We're going to show you a short video in just a moment.
Here's how it works. Watch the video, then feel free to pause it if you need to. After that, try to describe everything you see happening, every single detail you can think of.
Don't worry about making mistakes. The goal is to practice putting your thoughts into words. After you give it a try, we'll describe the same video so you can compare and see what you might have missed.
It's also a great way to check your current English level and see how much you can express.
If you enjoy this type of activity, please let us know in the comments. We'd love to include more exercises like this in future episodes. Oh, and if you're just listening to the audio and can't see the video right now, don't worry at all. The video is very short, and you'll be able to hear our description afterwards. That way you can imagine what's happening.
All right then, here's the video. Take your time, and remember, have fun with it.
Okay, so how did that go for you? We hope you were able to describe what you saw. Let us know in the comments how it went. Did you manage to describe everything, or did you struggle to find the right words?
Yes, please share. We'd love to know if this exercise helped you or if it felt challenging. Now, let's share what we observed and you can compare. I'll start. I can see a man fishing by a lake. It looks like it's late afternoon, and the lighting is really peaceful.
Yes, I noticed that too. There are buildings in the background, which suggests this lake is in an urban area. The man's reflection is visible in the water, and you can see the gentle waves moving.
Exactly. And there are other people around enjoying the area. Some are walking along the lakeside while others are sitting and relaxing. It seems like a popular spot for locals.
I also spotted a few other people fishing nearby, so this guy isn't alone in his hobby. There appears to be a small boat in the distance, though it's a bit hard to make out clearly.
Right. And don't forget about the trees surrounding the area. They add to that serene, natural atmosphere despite being in the city.
Speaking of fishing, Max, do you enjoy fishing?
You know, I've tried it a couple of times, but I'm not very patient. I tend to get restless after sitting still for too long. What about you?
I love it. There's something so relaxing about waiting for a fish to bite. It gives me time to think and disconnect from everything else.
That's interesting. And you know what? This connects perfectly with one of today's topics, hobbies. We're going to explore different ways to talk about your favorite activities.
But before we continue, let's go over some key vocabulary that will help you understand what comes next. We have 3 essential words today.
First up, leisure. This means your free time or time when you're not working. For example, I enjoy reading in my leisure time, or what do you do for leisure?
Great. Next we have craft. This refers to activities where you make things with your hands, usually requiring skill. Think about things like knitting, woodworking, or making jewelry. You could say, my grandmother taught me the craft of sewing.
And finally, collect. This means to gather things as a hobby, like stamps, coins, or books. For instance, I collect vintage postcards from different countries.
Okay, now that we've covered that vocabulary, we're going to listen to an audio of two people talking about what they like to do in their free time.
Pay attention to how they use these words and any other expressions related to hobbies. Ready? Let's listen.
Hey, Jake. I've been meaning to ask you, what do you usually get up to in your free time these days?
Oh, you know me. I'm always picking up new hobbies. Last month, I took up photography, and I've been really getting into it. I started out with my phone camera, but then I saved up for a proper DSLR. What about you? Are you still working on those paintings you showed me?
Actually, I had to give up painting for a while because I ran out of space in my apartment, but I've gotten back into it recently. I set up a small corner in my bedroom where I can work on my craft projects. I've been focusing on watercolors lately. They don't take up as much room as my oil paints used to.
That's awesome! I remember you mentioning you wanted to cut down on the mess. How long have you been painting anyway?
I picked it up about 5 years ago when I was going through a stressful period at work. A friend talked me into joining an art class, and I just fell in love with it. It really helps me wind down after long days. I even started collecting vintage paintbrushes. I found this amazing antique shop that specializes in art supplies.
That's so cool. I can totally relate to using hobbies to deal with stress. Photography has become my way of switching off from everything. Last weekend, I got up early and drove out to the countryside to catch the sunrise. I ended up staying there for hours, just walking around and taking shots of the landscape.
Sounds peaceful. Do you focus on any particular type of photography, or do you just shoot whatever catches your eye?
I started off doing street photography because it was convenient. I could just walk around the city and practice. But lately, I've been drawn to nature photography. There's something about being outdoors that really appeals to me. I've been thinking about taking it more seriously and maybe turning it into something more than just a leisure activity.
You mean like professionally? That would be amazing. I've thought about that too with my painting, but I'm not sure I'm ready to turn my hobby into work. I worry I might burn out if I put too much pressure on myself.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's been holding me back too. Right now, I love that I can just pick up my camera whenever I feel like it, without any deadlines or expectations. But at the same time, I've been building up quite a collection of photos, and people have been encouraging me to display them somewhere.
Well, you could always start small. Maybe put together a small exhibition at a local cafe or something. That way you're not committing to anything huge, but you're still putting your work out there.
That's not a bad idea. Actually, that reminds me. Didn't you say you were looking into selling some of your paintings online?
I was, but I kept putting it off. I guess I got caught up in other projects. I've been working on this series of landscape paintings inspired by places I visited during my travels last summer. I went to Scotland and fell in love with the countryside there. The colors and the light were just incredible.
Scotland? I've always wanted to go there. Did you take any photos while you were there?
Tons! That's actually how I plan out my paintings now. I take reference photos when I'm traveling, and then I work from them when I get back home. It's like having the best of both worlds. I get to experience the moment when I'm there, and then I can relive it through painting later.
That's brilliant. I should try something like that. Maybe I could team up with someone who does a different kind of art and we could inspire each other.
Definitely. I think having creative friends really helps keep you motivated. Plus, it's always more fun to share your passion with someone who gets it.
All right, that was Sarah and Jake discussing their hobbies.
What a great conversation. I loved how naturally they talked about their interests. Did you notice how many phrasal verbs they used? That's exactly how native speakers discuss hobbies in real life.
Absolutely. Let me highlight a few key ones. Jake said he took up photography, which means he started it as a new hobby. Then Sarah mentioned she had to give up painting temporarily. That means she stopped doing it for a while.
Right. And she also said she got back into painting, meaning she returned to doing it after a break. These are super useful phrases when talking about hobbies because we often start and stop activities throughout our lives.
I also caught some great expressions like get up to when Sarah asked what Jake does in his free time. It's a casual way to ask about someone's activities. And did you hear Jake say he wants to wind down after stressful days?
Yes. Wind down means to relax and de-stress. Sarah used switch off with a similar meaning, to disconnect from worries. Both are perfect for describing why we need hobbies in our lives.
What I found interesting was how they used the vocabulary we learned earlier. Sarah talked about her craft projects, and Jake mentioned building up a collection of photos. Very natural usage.
Exactly. And notice how they discuss their hobbies without making it sound forced or unnatural. They shared personal stories, talked about challenges, and even considered turning their hobbies into something more serious.
All right, everyone. Ready for another challenge? We have a second video for you to practice with.
Just like before, watch carefully, pause if you need to, and try to describe everything you see happening. Remember, don't worry about being perfect. This is all about building your confidence in speaking English.
And again, if you're just listening to the audio, don't worry. We'll give you our detailed description afterwards so you can visualize the scene.
Take your time with this one. Here we go with video number 2.
All right. How did you do with that one? Remember to share in the comments how these exercises are going for you. Now let's break down what we saw.
Great. So in this video, I can see 2 elderly people. And just a quick note here. When referring to older adults, it's more polite to say elderly people, older adults or seniors rather than just old people.
Great point, Mia. So yes, these 2 seniors are sitting at an outdoor cafe table. It looks like they're having a lovely conversation, and I can see a waiter approaching them with coffee.
The setting is really nice. They're at a street-side cafe, and you can see the urban environment around them. There are parked cars in the background, which confirms they're on a busy street.
I noticed the table is nicely set up, too. There are utensils laid out, and there's a lovely bouquet of flowers on the table. It looks like the gentleman might have brought this for his companion. Such a sweet gesture.
Right. and the waiter is being very attentive. Not only does he bring them their coffee, but he also provides sugar packets or sweetener. Those little details really make the experience special.
I can also see other tables around them and some benches, plus people walking by. It's clearly a popular spot for locals to enjoy their leisure time.
Speaking of coffee, Max, I have to ask, are you a coffee person?
Oh, absolutely. I love coffee. There's nothing better than sitting at a cafe like that, just watching the world go by while enjoying a good cup. What about you?
I feel the same way. I love going out for coffee, especially to places with outdoor seating. There's something so relaxing about cafe culture.
And you know what? This connects perfectly with our next topic, ordering coffee. We're going to teach you everything from the simplest coffee order to the most complex ones.
That's right. Whether you want a basic black coffee or a complicated specialty drink, we'll show you exactly how to ask for it confidently. But first, let's go over some key vocabulary you'll hear in the next conversation.
Great idea. First word, customize. This means to change or modify something to fit your personal preferences. For example, I like to customize my coffee with extra foam, or can I customize this drink?
Okay. Next, we have dietary. This refers to things related to your diet or eating habits, especially restrictions or special needs. You might say, I have dietary restrictions, or do you have dietary options for vegans?
And our third word is substantial. This means large, filling, or significant in size or importance. In food context, it means something that will make you feel full. Like, I need something more substantial than just a cookie for breakfast.
Excellent! These words will help you understand the conversation better. Now, let's listen to Emma and David as they figure out what to order at a cafe.
Wow, this place looks amazing. I love the atmosphere here. Have you been here before, David?
Actually, no. This is my first time, too. I've heard great things about it, though. Should we grab that table by the window? The lighting looks perfect there.
Perfect. Let me just take a look at this menu. Oh my goodness, they have so many options. I don't even know where to start. What are you thinking of getting?
I'm torn between their signature cappuccino and this cold brew they're advertising. The cold brew sounds really interesting. They say it's smooth and less acidic than regular coffee. What about you? Anything catching your eye?
Well, I'm trying to cut back on caffeine lately, so I'm looking at their decaf options. Oh wait, they have this lavender honey latte that comes in decaf. That sounds absolutely divine. But I'm also curious about their tea selection. Do you see anything without caffeine?
Let me check. Yes, they have herbal teas, chamomile, peppermint, and something called evening blend. There's also this interesting turmeric latte that's naturally caffeine-free. Have you tried turmeric lattes before?
No, never. Is it good? I'm always open to trying new things. Actually, before I decide, I should ask, do they have any sugar-free options? I'm watching my sugar intake these days.
Good question. Let me look. Yes, it says here they offer sugar-free syrups in vanilla, caramel, and hazelnut. And they have several milk alternatives too. Almond, oat, soy, and coconut milk. That should give you plenty of options to customize whatever you choose.
That's fantastic! Oh, and I just remembered, my sister is gluten intolerant. I wanted to bring her something back. Do they have any gluten-free pastries or treats?
Actually, yes. They have a whole section marked gluten-free. There are muffins, cookies, and even some kind of almond cake. Your sister would definitely have options. Speaking of food, are you hungry? I'm thinking about getting something to go with my coffee.
I could definitely eat something. What looks good to you? I see they have both sweet and savory options.
The avocado toast looks amazing, and so does this breakfast sandwich with eggs and cheese. For sweet options, they have these croissants that look freshly made, and the cinnamon roll is calling my name. What's tempting you?
Oh, the cinnamon roll does look incredible. But I'm leaning more towards something lighter. Maybe one of those fruit bowls with granola? Or perhaps a yogurt parfait. I want something that won't make me feel too full, you know?
That makes sense. The parfait sounds like a perfect choice. Actually, now I'm second-guessing my drink choice. Maybe I should go with something lighter, too. What do you think about their iced drinks? This cucumber mint water sounds refreshing.
That does sound refreshing. But wait, if you're getting something light to drink, maybe you could balance it with something more substantial to eat, like that breakfast sandwich you mentioned.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I think I'll stick with the cold brew after all. I need the caffeine boost, and pair it with the avocado toast. That sounds like the perfect combination.
Great choice. Okay, so I think I've decided on the decaf lavender honey latte with oat milk and sugar-free vanilla syrup, plus that yogurt parfait. Does that sound good to you?
That sounds delicious and very you. Healthy but still indulgent. Should we also get something for your sister while we're at it?
Yes, let's get her one of those gluten-free muffins. I think she'd appreciate the blueberry one. All right, are we ready to order, or do you need another minute to decide?
I think I'm all set. Cold brew, avocado toast, and we'll add the gluten-free blueberry muffin for your sister. This is going to be such a nice morning treat.
Perfect. I love how this place caters to so many different dietary needs. It makes it so much easier to enjoy coffee with friends without worrying about restrictions.
Absolutely. Okay, let's go place our order. I can't wait to try everything we picked out.
There we have Emma and David navigating their cafe choices.
I love how realistic that conversation was. Did you notice how they helped each other make decisions? That's exactly what happens in real cafe situations. We discuss options and give recommendations to our friends.
Absolutely. And they covered so many important aspects, from caffeine preferences to dietary restrictions. Emma was very clear about what she needed: decaf options, sugar-free alternatives, and something light. That kind of specific communication is essential when ordering.
Right. And David was great at suggesting alternatives when Emma seemed unsure. He pointed out the herbal teas when she mentioned cutting back on caffeine, and he encouraged her to balance her choices.
Now let's share some practical tips for when you're ordering at a cafe. First tip, don't be afraid to ask questions. Staff members are usually happy to explain ingredients or suggest alternatives if you have dietary needs.
And here's something many people don't realize. You can almost always customize your drink. Most places will let you change the milk type, adjust the sweetness level, or modify the temperature. Just ask, "Can I get that with?" Or, "Is it possible to make it with?"
Great point. Another tip. If you're unsure about a drink, ask for a recommendation based on your preferences. You can say something like, "I usually enjoy mild flavors. What would you suggest?" Or, "I'm looking for something creamy but not too sweet."
And don't forget about the half and half option. You can often get half regular and half decaf or mix two different flavors. It's a great way to try something new without committing to a full drink you might not enjoy.
Here's a confidence booster. Learn a few key phrases for modifications. Make it extra hot, light foam, an extra shot, or on the side. These small phrases make you sound like a regular customer.
And finally, remember that it's perfectly normal to take your time deciding. Most baristas expect customers to need a moment with the menu, especially at specialty coffee shops with extensive options.
Well, everyone, that brings us to the end of today's episode. We really hope you enjoyed exploring hobbies and coffee culture with us.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us reach more English learners like you.
And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Those likes really make a difference and help our content reach more people.
We're especially curious about your thoughts on today's video description activities. Please let us know in the comments if you enjoyed this format. Your feedback helps us improve and create content that you actually want to see.
Exactly. We want to know what topics interest you most, what activities you find most helpful, and how we can make these episodes even better for your English learning journey.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Don't forget to check the description below. You'll find a PDF with the complete transcript of today's episode, so you can review everything we covered.
Until next time, keep practicing and keep improving. See you soon.
Bye, everyone.